on the top of the hill, and you can see all these little narrow roads. I drove my car through here. I got lost, and I was driving up through these, so I'll try to stick some of that footage in if I can. So the big draw here is the walls that were rebuilt by the Moors. They're supposed to have like 78 towers with swans, I guess, at the top. We'll see. So this is the San Pedro. You can see the whitewashed facade of this building. And you could just wander these little narrow alleys. This is one of the coolest places you'll go to. This is unbelievable. Just all these stone buildings, little tiny walkways. And you can look down. Yeah, Spain, most people don't know it, but it's like the third most mountainous major European country. Switzerland and Austria are more mountainous, and the small like microstates are also. But Spain has like an average elevation of like 600 meters or something like that. It's quite high. It has the high plateau in the middle, and it has just mountain ranges all around it. Yeah, really a cool look. So the second story over there. You got some pigeons up there, and you have the cross. Yeah, and they have this little plaza right here. Have a statue. And this is a nice look at the church, the bell tower right there. So this is what it looks like inside here. So you have all the columns, just a vaulted ceiling with the domes, and a little bit of stained glass right over there. And then the wood carvings behind there. Oh, that's really nice. The organ up there, really cool. And then they have probably graves and stuff down here in the floor. Like this right here is probably an old grave, same as these over here. And the floor is all uneven in these old churches. Check out that tower over there. And this is the Placcio y Torre del Carnival. Okay, it looks like it's open now. Let's go up and take a look. It's beautiful in here. And you can see the upstairs. It's kind of like I don't know, the balconies kind of remind you like of a hacienda or something. And some of the stuff here. And that's really amazing. All gold. Oh, that is just stunning. This whole area, it's just a photographer's dream. Here. Old quarter here, and all the new buildings over there. Here's one of the gates to come in. This is the Puerto del Rio. And just more of these little narrow streets. So imagine in the old days, people would have been coming here, pushing the hand carts. Cows and horses and everything else would have been in here. Yeah, we're here playing the flute. And this opens up into a really cool little courtyard. So this is what I was wanting to see here. So this is the gate and the wall. You can see a whitewashed dome over there with the guard tower here. The Torre de Bujo. And then you see another little guard tower over here. And then this is the little plaza that they have right out here. Oh, this is just an unbelievable place. And then this looks up into the old town. So you have the gate there, and then you have these towers. This is the first site that we're going to take a look at. This is the aqueduct, and it was 23 meters tall, and you can see a little bit of it up there where the water channel would have been. This itself is a feat of engineering. The Romans didn't mess around whenever they did stuff like this. So they built these aqueducts to bring fresh water into the towns. And there would have been a nearby lake or stream that they would have used to bring. And then right over there is a modern bridge and a little stream and stuff, and then the modern town. But all of the Roman ruins are this way. So let's go walk around and let's look at all of this. It's going to be tough to top this aqueduct. This is the Templo Jubilar Basilica de Santa Iulida, or something like that. Yeah, really a nice little church. You can see the bell tower over here. And then this is down into the crypts. So this is all underneath the cathedral. Yeah, you can see the top of, looks like maybe a coffin. There's a open coffin over there. And then you can see into that crypt. That crypt is the best one down here, and this is as close as we can get to it. And I think what all this is over here is another aqueduct. The aqueduct San Lumis. So they have a mock-up over here of what it would have looked like. It would have been 417 meters long and would have held 30,000 spectators. And this would have been the entrance. Just absolutely colossal. You can imagine they would have been running around here in circles. So this is basically NASCAR in the old days. They had stuff in the middle, and then all the people could watch it all around. So a little platform, you can actually see the whole thing here. So the center was the divider of the circus. There was these pools over here and way over there that symbolized the ocean, and there was an obelisk in the middle that represent the sun at dusk, and then they had the starting and the stop points. Yeah, there's two sites right here next to each other. There's that house, and then over here is the entrance to the amphitheater. And this is a huge site, and it's just nestled in here amongst the modern buildings. Here, this would have been the central patio. So you see these columns? It would have been open right above it, and it would have had the flowers, and then you would have walked around right here. And how beautiful would this have been? Look at the mosaics here around the central patio. Oh, just unbelievable. Now this is exciting to me, seeing this right here. So this was probably, at the height, was probably like 200 AD. Oh, so check out this mosaic. So these are 3 men crushing grapes at a wine press. Just absolutely beautiful. You have the vines growing all around. Then you have the geometric pattern. And then you have Venus and Cupid in here. Okay, so let's go up into the amphitheater now. So this is the outer wall here. It's in pretty poor condition. You can see the concrete and the rocks that they used. But the concrete is still holding up after all these centuries. All right, and how cool is this? So this arena here is 64.5 meters long and 41.2 meters wide. And that would have been covered, and that's where the gladiator combatants would have happened, right there where it's covered. Okay, so let's walk over to the next part of this little ruin here. And this is fantastic. Yeah, so the level of preservation of these columns and everything is pretty good. The back wall is missing over there on that second level, but what you see is really an amazing shape. The road would have came in here, and it would have led you right to the back of the amphitheater, and you would have been able to go around it, and it would have had a little park here. That's unbelievably nice. Yeah, you can see they've restored some of the columns over there. Just a magnificent place. And then just walking through town, you have this old temple here. This was for Jupiter, and this was near 2 major intersections, so they had this humongous little temple here. Here we are at this amazing little ruin. So this was actually the center of the town right here. Public meetings plus religious activity would be held. What we're going to look at here is this amphitheater. And it's kind of in bad shape on this side of it, but this would have been like tunnels and stuff that would have led you on into the inside, and then there would have been seating around up there. Go right into here, into the arena. And this one is just absolutely massive. So the condition of the bottom here looks like it's really nice. The bricks up top for all the seating and all that have kind of weathered out, but this is gigantic. So you would have had the gladiator fights in here, and this would have been covered. So the gladiators would have fought on a platform up above this, and then they would have had this down below. That would have been the inner workings of the arena. And then this long tunnel here. Yeah, really cool. I like the arches up at the top. And you can see different parts of this arena. This is what you would have seen from up here. Oh yeah, this is cool. And their seats would have been over here. And they had covers. They'd pull like a tarp over the top of these and give some shade. That's all that arena. Let's keep on going up in here. You can see the back side of it here with the brick and all that concrete. Yeah, this is a nice area. Now to get in here was only €1.50, which is really cheap. So it's like 45 baht to come into this site. So these are some of the city walls, and this would have been a gate right here. And this would have given you access to the new neighborhoods that were built out here. You can see the drain. They would have had walls, sewers, and everything else throughout this whole area. This would have been probably whitewashed. And you can see down here more drains underneath the road. So I came all the way up here on this hill. So we have a statue, and then you can see around the countryside. And then we can see some of the bases of the buildings and all of that. And then there's a nice little courtyard. So this would have been a 4-room house. Each room would have had a different mosaic on the floor. Over there you can see pictures of the gods and animals. And over here is just a geometric pattern, same as here and over there. And the walls would have been painted, would have been just beautiful. And then you can see the columns that would have separated, or would have gave you like a little walkway around the front. So there's 33 different bird species displayed here. That's really cool. And there's tons of stuff out here. Now over here is a big, huge community building. Let's take a look at it. This is the largest building on this site. It's 4,000 square meters. It would have had arches and columns, and then it would have had different rooms. I think this was a collective building here where council meetings were, everything else. And what's cool is it has a community bathroom right here. So it's made out of marble, and it's got the little holes right there. You could take care of business and talk to your friend. And they even had mosaics right here with the birds and the people. And then this is the drain. So this would have drained right into the central area underneath the road, and then would have just washed out to sea or wherever into the river. Looks like we got more bases of buildings and some of the marble columns. And there's just several of these all out through here. So you have the sun right there in the middle, and then you have Jupiter, you have Mars and Mercury and Saturn, all in this mosaic. So what you see here is this is the Thermus Majoris, and this is a humongous public bath. So this covers 32,000 square meters. Fantastic.